Case File 11, The Quality Meats Conundrum. It's a steamy summer's night. The west end of the city is bristling with action. People are out and about, despite the foul odor of slaughtered meat in the air. You see, 6 days earlier, someone had set fire to the abandoned Quality Meat slaughterhouse, and the stench is still lingering. As yet, the cops don't know who set the blaze, but the fire department seems to think it was arson. Sure, it could have been one of those activists from Go Vegan or the Piggy Savers groups. It also could have been an insurance scam. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. I got a call from a local resident who told me that strange things were stirring in the burnt wreckage. I'm not going to name the individual, but she was out walking her dog, and it was the one that spotted something scuttling along in the shadows. I wasn't sure I could help, but as a former insurance adjuster, I can definitely evaluate the situation. I've done work in the past for commercial properties, including catastrophes, so let's just say I have a nose for this kind of thing. I arrived at the location of the aforementioned burnt-down slaughterhouse. The area was all roped off, but the stench was overpowering. I could smell burnt wood and animal flesh, still clinging to the air. I wondered if this was a good idea to enter the abattoir, but I wanted to know what this thing was. The slaughtering plant began in 1914, and it served the city for decades, but it went bankrupt not too long ago. I had heard more than tens of millions of pigs were killed here in all that time. Kind of a apocalypse sort of situation, if you will. Anyway, it's a crazy number when you think about it, but I pushed that aside as I moved about cautiously. I wasn't sure how far I could get inside this place, while continuing to breathe in the contaminated air. I just needed to confirm what was hiding in the shadows. Maybe it was just a raccoon, or even a coyote, but she told me that it scuttled about in a kind of unorthodox sort of way. I think she used the word shambled, like it was moving strangely. I grew more curious as my flashlight flickered about. Everything was burnt to a crisp, and it was hard to make things out clearly. I could see soggy metal and scorched concrete walls, but as I moved my flashlight down, something darted away from the light. This thing, whatever it was, made clicking noises as it shuddered away from me. I tracked it with my flashlight. It was about the size of a football. It looked like a bizarre combination of meat and machinery. I couldn't figure out what the hell it was until I saw the eyes. There was a multitude of tiny pupils popping out of the dark skin. Is this what a shambles is meant to be? I thought it defied all logic, and it looked completely distorted. I moved further toward it, and I heard it squeak like some kind of alien rodent. I started to realize there were more things dwelling in the dark spaces than I had anticipated. Was this going to be a new category to add to my growing list of unexplained monstrosities? I had previously encountered rusty nails, and now this shambles appears in the shell of an abandoned slaughterhouse. I watched it intently until the thing blurted out a word that I couldn't make out. Then it latched onto a pipe and quickly started to eat into the metal. I figured it must be hungry and was searching for food. I grabbed my phone and took a pic of it before it chewed a large enough hole in the pipe. The shambles then squeezed into the hole and was gone, just like that. There were some other noises coming from further behind me, so it was time to make a quick getaway. When I got back outside, the coast was clear, no one in sight. Thank God. But I didn't want to remain in the area in case the cops showed up. Later on, when I looked at my phone, the picture of the shambles was nothing more than a lump of blackness. I'll need to reach out to my contact, Tella, to see what she can make of all of this. As I walked back to my car, I suddenly remembered that I'd heard this word, the shambles, before. There was a kids show back in the 90s about these goofy little creatures. They actually referred to them as the shambles. The show had a real cheesy theme song. I even managed to dig it up.
Deep below the shrubs and bramble live tiny friends we call the shambles. Every day, sun, rain or snow, the little shambles grow and grow till the day that they are big, made of metal, meat and drove. If we raise you
remember hearing the neighborhood kids reciting the lyrics to the show in a kind of creepy little nursery rhyme, but they changed some of the words. I think it went something like this.
Deep below the shrubs and bramble live tiny friends we call the shambles. Every day, sun, rain, or snow, the little shambles grow and grow until the day that they are big, made of metal, meat, and twigs, and eat and eat and eat some more. Now they're waiting outside your door.
Anyway, happy Halloween. Signing off for now. Korte Robson for Dark Places.